Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hidayah binti Muhammad Kahar. Today, I would like to share and discuss with all of you regarding one topic. The topic is communication in project management. I hope you all will happy and enjoy with my video. Let's watch.
Communication is key in project management. For a successful project execution, effective communication to all stakeholders is essential. Many projects fail because of a lack of communication or an ineffective one. Communication is best defined as the exchange of information and the expression of ideas, thought, and feeling by using word and other methods. In the project management context, this means the exchange of knowledge, skill, and experience. These are the three communication areas in project management. First, internal information exchange. Example, decision-making process, conduction of meeting, and daily scrum. Second, information management. Relevant project information is communicated to all project stakeholders. Changes to the project are communicated as well. Third, project marketing. Project presentation and display to employees, customers, and sponsors. There are three primary project communication management processes. These are plan communication management, second, manage communication, third, monitor communication. Plan project communication management. The first step is to plan how you will manage communication on your project and across all of your stakeholders. This is done by creating a project communication management plan. It is important to ensure all of these factors are addressed in your plan. First, audience. This is a list of stakeholders affected by the project. It should include team members, sponsors, customers, and other interested parties. Consider anyone impacted by the project or who influences its success. Second, objective. What will be the purpose of your communication? You may use some communication for awareness, like a status report, and others that require action, such as requiring a sponsor to authorize spending or a customer to approve project testing. Third, message. What will the message be for each type of communication? This is the actual content that will be shared. Key components to be communicated include scope, schedule, budget, objective, risk, and deliverable. Fourth, channel. How the message will be delivered. Will it be a formal report email out or an informal verbal debrief during a team meeting? Your communication plan should be detailed enough to lay out exactly what will be sent to whom, how, when, and who is responsible. Involving your stakeholders in the creation of this plan is important. You need to understand their communication preference and expectation. If you over-communicate, they may stop paying attention. But if you under-communicate, it can lead to misunderstanding and issues. Manage project communication. Once the plan has been created and approved, it's the project manager's job to ensure it's managed. This means that the plan needs to be reviewed and updated on a regular basis to reflect any changes to the project or its stakeholders. The project manager also has to manage the execution of the communication management plan. This includes collection and analysis of data, creation of message for communication, transmission or distribution of communication, storage of any communication report, file or document, retrieval of any stored communication, disposal of any old communication upon project closure or a set date. Monitor project communication. This process used to be called control communication. Despite the title change, the process is the same. It involves monitoring and controlling project communication throughout its entire life cycle. This may include confirming communication went out as planned, confirming they were received by the proper stakeholders, confirming messages were understood, confirming any relevant feedback was provided to the appropriate project members. The actual type of monitoring, including method and frequency, should be a part of the communication management plan. How to be successful at project communication management. Successful project managers use formal and informal communication methods across various channels. This helps increase the chances communications are received. Using simple language, sticking to relevant topics, and keeping message concise will increase your chances communication will be understood. The following communication skill can also increase a project manager's chances of success. Strong active listening skill, proficient writing skill, excellent speaking ability, asking questions and probing for more information, setting and managing expectations, motivating people to become and stay engaged, conflict resolution skill, the ability to summarize and recap what you have heard. What are the causes of delays in project? There are many causes for delays in project. They may be related to the following. First, inadequate estimation. Example, budget, time frame, and human resources. Second, task complexity. Third, unexpected event. Fourth, organizational strategy priority. Some project over other due to strategic objective. 5. Inadequate coordination. There may be other causes as well as the one cited here, but one should not forget that in a project, everything is related to everything else. Therefore, certain causes may be due to an interaction of other causes. Lack of proper planning, unexpected result, lack of cooperation by team members, other administration procedures. Tips and tricks to achieve project goal. Every project is set up with certain goal and objective in mind. We need to consider several factors, internal and external elements to achieve business goal. As a project manager, you need to have excellent strategies in place and adopt a few precautions to push your project to success. First, establish project detail and objective. Before starting a project manager needs to ensure that it is based on a sturdy foundation and has good support from all the key investors. Analyze their expectation and interest to determine the feasibility of the project. Define your project scope clearly. A very useful technique is to set up a marketing strategy to track your budget target and check product functionality which is acceptable to the customer and ensure all statutory regulations are met. Second, analyze project and team requirement. Once a strong plan is in place, you can start implementing it by gathering a competent project team. Ensure to assemble a team with members who can work in coordination with each other by integrating their individual skill and professional expertise. As a project manager, your responsibility is to capture all the project requirements and align the team in such a way that each team member has clarity about his job role and his contribution toward project completion. Third, define crucial project milestone. You should identify what define your project. Keep in mind the 4 phases of project cycle. Ensure that all the elements involved here should meet the project specification. Align the project as per the customer expectation. This milepost would help you in eliminating project risk and alert you in case of any project deviation. Fourth, maintain open communication routine. Any project which involves multiple team members should maintain an effective communication routine. As a project manager, ensure the communication is clear, rational and candid. Creating status report based on the project update would ensure whether everyone is on the same page and is aware of the project decision. 5. Measure and monitor performance. A project can be successful only if you can measure the performance in terms of quality, functionality, and time spent on it. As a project manager, you should actively measure and monitor performance on a regular basis. You need to maintain a project schedule and monitor the budget and expenditure to meet the objective identified by the organization. Six, avoid project scope deviation. One of the essential elements to succeed in achieving the project goal is to avoid any deviation in the project scope. Participate in reframing the project detail if certain elements are not in favor of the project scope. In general, being a project leader, maintain a proper documentation to update all your stakeholders and keep them well informed about the revised project proceeding. 7. Manage and evaluate project risk. A project risk is an unforeseen event or condition that, if it occurs, has an impact on at least one project objective. No business can escape it. There can be a risk at any time during the project. As a project manager, you need to identify and manage project risks before you fall prey to them. Risk management is one of the best practices to guarantee project success in the project management process. The last one is testing the project delivery. Testing the project deliverable acts as a major milestone in checking if the final product is good enough to meet the project requirements. As the product matures, different deliverables are used to improve the operational efficiency and validate the plan and inference to encourage product continuity and business productivity. Once the project is complete and the client is happy, your mission is accomplished. Communication channels are the means through which people in an organization communicate. Ideas must be given to what channels are used to complete various tasks, because using an inappropriate channel for a task or interaction can lead to negative consequences. Complex messages require richer channels of communication that facilitate interaction to ensure clarity. Communication channels include face-to-face communication, broadcast media, mobile channel, electronic communication, and written communication. Face-to-face or personal communication is one of the richest channels of communication that can be used within an organization. Physical presence, the tone of the speaker's voice, and facial expression help recipients of a message interpret that message as the speaker intends. This is the best channel to use for complex or emotionally charged messages because it allows for interaction between speakers and recipient to clarify ambiguity. A speaker can evaluate whether an audience have received his message as intended and ask or answer follow-up questions. As a project manager, this type of communication channels are the best approach in order to achieve the project objective.
That's all about my video. I hope this video sharing will help you to be a good project manager and will achieve your goal. Thank you for watching. Bye.